Ladies and gentlemen, our guest is the living embodiment of hard work pays. You can see her on TV, you can see her on your video screen, and you can also see her be emancipated on August 26th. One time for Spice.
I like it. Wagwan. Good morning.
Good morning to you. You came in with all this energy. It wasn't even this bright in here before you walked in.
And I don't normally have this burst of energy in the morning. I must commend y'all for waking up early. I'm the type of person that will be like, oh my God. But I got up with great spirit. I'm emancipated. I'm now free. It's been 10 years, so it's a big moment for me. So definitely every morning I'll be up early celebrating this entire week because my album drops on Friday.
For everybody who doesn't know, what are we emancipated from?
So I was in a record label for the past 10 years. It was difficult to get out of it. There was a recorded history of me and my record label going, back and forth. We couldn't see eye to eye. I took things in my own hands. I've been producing myself. I've been my own record label. I've been doing everything on my own for the past 10 years. Last year, I managed to drop my first album. I've been in the business for 20 years, and I dropped my first album late last year called 10, because it was 10 years that they captured me for. Big up to Shaggy. He was, a part of that project, and he was the reason that I am now emancipated. So now that I'm free, I'm able to do whatever I want to do, put out whatever music I want to do. I'm just celebrating being emancipated. So it means a lot to me and my fans because they've been arguing and struggling with me for the past 10 years.
Right.
That's love.
So, yeah, that's what it's all about.
That's real. Look, listen, everybody, once you join Love and Hip Hop, even they was like, Spice is doing Love and Hip because you already had made a name for yourself.
Talk
in the
about
game.
it. Let's talk about that.
You've been out here working.
I've been doing my thing. And when I went on Love and Hip Hop franchise, a lot of people was like, why? She's already big. She had the biggest thing from the But what I want a lot of people to realize is that I dabbled into the franchise so people could get familiar with the face.
Right.
Because as a Caribbean artist, there's still a lot of people in a lot of different places who may not know who Spice is or may haven't heard the name or even got, they haven't got a chance to see the personality.
Right.
So when Love and Hip Hop came to Jamaica, I was like, this is interesting. Maybe this is a way how I can, get more familiar in the American market a little bit, and that's really why I was on there. But I've been doing my thing. I've been the queen of dance. I've been the baggage thing. Been the queen of stage from long time, from morning. You don't know the tingle. But I think it's a good addition to my brand.
Yeah, but how do they perceive Love and Hip Hop in Jamaica? Because I know that's a total different culture. Was people already watching it, or did you bring the following from Jamaica?
I would say I brought the following from the whole Caribbean audience.
Yeah. Okay.
Me the first Jamaican to go up on it, or maybe one of the first from, but I feel like I brought that audience.
Yeah, I do too.
Because everyone will go, people say, no, you will make me watch it now. So I bring a different element to it. I bring my audience with me to it.
Well, even on the music side of things, when I listen to your music and watch your videos, it's so fun. And it reminds me of the dancehall that I grew up watching and listening to back in the day in New York. Like, how did music find Young Spice? What was the thing that sparked your interest?
I have to big up my father. He was a super fan of Bob Marley and Professor Nuts. He's a Rasta in Jamaica. He used to play those songs in the house. So even Sunday morning, I can remember clearly just hearing like an old classic waking me up in the morning. And funny enough, I've been singing since I was like 5 years old. And my father used to say, if you can sing this song, I'm going to give you extra food in your plate. I'll make you some extra dumpling, So me used to love my belly. So I used to practice these songs to get extra food and extra money for school. And that's where it started for me. My father died when I was about 9 years old. And so that was very tragic for me. It kind of stopped. But because he used to brag to his friends, my daughter can sing. My daughter is a star. She's going to be this. I carried on that. Like I felt like I owed it to him to continue because that's what he wanted me to do. So that's where it started for me. But a major got for me in the music industry was when I went on Sting, which is a big festival in Jamaica, to perform on that festival. And I just never stopped since there. I get a lot of forward encore. I was like, yeah, man, I mean this, so that's really where it started.
Now you mentioned Shaggy, and we know he also has been on the show with you.
Absolutely.
So what even made him decide, like, let me reach out to Spice?
Well, no. Let me rephrase that.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't he reached out or, to say, made him to decide. I made him decide. I was the one who was like, I went into his DM first of all. I was like, I want to do a song with Shaggy. So I went into his DM and I was like, hey, boss man, wagwan, I need to do a song with you. And funny enough, he responded. I was like, really spicy.
How long?
24 hours, like
really?
Couple hours. You know, and he was like, yeah, man, you know, I rate you, I respect you. I'm in New York. I'm at the ranch because his production name is Ranch. Big up to the entire ranch team. He was like, I'm in New York. You know, you can pull up at the studio. I pull up at the studio. He play a rhythm. You know, I'm a quick, I'm a fast. I'm a spit lyrics. So that's I do mad song. And he was like, wait, I was sleeping on you. I never know after you're bad and you can, you know. And he was like, why you haven't done a project? Why you haven't had an album? And I was explaining the situation between, you know, my record label. And he was like, no, man, I know the owner. I'm giving him a call. I'm going to put out your album. You can't be in the business for 20 years and you never put out an album. You're the queen of dancehall. And I don't understand. I'm going to put out the album. I'm going to be the executive producer. And that's really how that whole project stopped. But the song Go Down There, he had the chorus for that song when I went into the studio. And I was like, I made this. I made this of me right here. So, and when I did my part, the song was like magic. I know instantly that it was a hit. He could hear it too. It was just so major. And I was like, it was this easy to get to Shaggy?
Yeah.
Maybe I should try to get to Sean Paul too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's when I reached out. I was like, Sean Paul, I have a song with Shaggy. I want you to listen it and tell me how you feel. See if you can give me a verse. The next day I got back the song from Sean Paul.
Look at you, come on
so
now.
I was like,
you sometimes
Speaking it all to existence,
I
for
think
real.
you underestimating who you are at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because they probably was looking forward to doing something with you anyway.
I was probably scared to reach out to you.
I know,
Some of
right?
them.
That, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a major thing for me. And what I loved about it was that it was an authentic dancehall beat, and it came from like two of our legends within the genre. A lot of times we try to step outside to get someone else.
Drake, always. Everybody just like Drake, right? Chris Brown and Drake. I mean, I love them, but it's like that's what everybody
And sometimes
do.
Lil Baby.
Yeah, Lil Baby all the time.
But I was happy that I was able to get a universal hit song within my genre with two of our legends, and so that was kind of iconic for me. You know, the song was the #1 record for 2021. So big up to Shaggy and Sean Paul. You know, also Grammy nominated. Let's talk about it. You know, we have to spit it out here.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
We're getting there. Okay, slow.
So let's reel it up real quick. So going back to Go Down There, right? There's a urban legend that Jamaican man does not like to sample the poom poom. Okay,
Come on
now can you can you speak to this? Is it 100% true?
Well, I would say it's 100% true because in Jamaica, there's a lot of women, you know, where I get them look at something doubled up. So if it's true, then who's doing it?
Good point. Because usually, like, you know, most Jamaican, hell nah.
Look, they definitely doing it.
They're doing it.
It's like a spoken thing that y'all not supposed to talk about it, though.
Right,
I think that's what it is.
It absolutely is. It's you know, a lot of Jamaican men they grow by it and they say, oh, well, Jamaican, we're yard man, we not do them thing there, but them a do it.
Yeah, I wonder why do you feel like they do that? Because even when I think of like my aunt, she's married to a Jamaican man, right? And he's very like takes care of her, very catering, very. So you would think that would just go along with it in the culture, but instead it's like, no, don't play with me. I don't do nothing like that.
Right? Yeah, I think it's a Jamaican thing.
Yeah,
it's a Jamaican thing to act like you don't do it.
Act.
So when it does happen, it's like a surprise. Everyone in the room is shocked. It's happening.
When it does happen, you get bashed for it. People kind of, I think they look down on it.
Let's talk about Sexercise, right?
Yes.
Because I really like that video. I know you talked about the fun videos, but you said Sexercise, whatever, good for your poom poom hole, right?
Okay, I never know I can go raw like that.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, let me then clean up the thing long time.
Okay, I can't
go down in night.
No, what else is good for the poom poom hole?
Exercise, sexercise, you can do a little contraction when you wake up in the morning, make it a part of your morning routine,
So that's part of your exercises for real?
Yes, it's definitely a part of it.
How many?
I think about 50 per day is good.
Okay.
Yeah, you wake up in the morning, you just, quint the muscles, and you can just be laying in bed and doing it.
So can you share with us one of your tricks? Because you got a lot of moves. I know you got some tricks, Spice.
I'm in a romantic mood. I'm talking to my baby and acting rude. Foot pan shoulder drop, soap back shot, lizard lap, skin out pan head top, roast up, me know that doggy style, lizard lap, you know. I got a lot of tricks.
Man,
that was sexy.
I wrote that song.
I want to do it too.
I wrote that song from experience, but you know how to do the roast duck. You have roast duck, one called roast duck.
No, come on, tell me.
Roast duck is when you actually think about, how can I say this? Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Turkey.
The way the legs be up.
All right.
You said it in the song.
I
heard
I like it.
I followed you. Because I'm a visual person. And the way you write is mad visual. So everything you were saying in the record is like, yo, put your legs up like a chicken. Something like that. Like, yo, Spice talking the song.
Was that the accent?
That's it.
I don't
That's
think that was the
definitely
accent, though.
He got it, yeah. But that's it. You know, set you like a chicken. So you're on your back and your legs up and that's a roast duck.
Yeah, because you don't mind teaching your friends some tricks too. Because Carly, Red, you threw it on stage and you showed her a couple
absolutely,
moves.
Absolutely. I can show him a lot of tricks.
That's what's so dope about, like, you know, music. There's so many things that we can learn from music. You know, one thing is one thing to like have that soothing component, but like when you watch dancehall videos and watch the instructional dances, the way they be like, you know, because not everybody can dance well, but when they watch you do it, you break it down in a way to where like you catch the vibe easy.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's what I love about dancehall is that you can be yourself. You know, it's an energetic type of genre. You know, and I get to express myself, even though sometimes people watch it and they don't understand it. They're like, "Oh, this is grimy. This is sex. This is," you know. But I love it. I love the culture. I love the fact that I can express myself the way how, you know, I just do it naturally.
But Headcrack's not that good of a dancer. So do you think
even
like with that, could you teach Headcrack a move? Okay, so what move would you teach him? Let's see if he could do it.
I got to teach him something that he don't know because I like that.
I don't know any of them. I have to be shown everything. Everything.
I think I could show him how to...
Headcrack, you ready?
I'm going to teach him daggering.
When you jump off of something WWE style and you
so
start
you
going
know
in.
what
I know the lingo. I know the lingo because they be doing some wild Circus Soleil acrobatic stuff sometimes in the dancehall spots.
I'm going to teach him the 1 foot move.
Okay, so before the interview's over, you're going to... Okay,
I
perfect.
can't wait.
Okay, so you helped out Carly Red a lot, and I know on the next coming up episode, you did say she wasn't ready yet, but you did end up jumping on a record with her, and it's number 1 on iTunes.
It's number 1. Big up to Carly Red. I'm super, super happy on that record. It's called Work. It's out now. It's streaming everywhere. I think what happened in the first initial stage of me doing the song with her, me and her is friend outside of her wanting to do music. That's like my real friend.
Yeah.
Cool.
But imagine, you know, she hasn't put out a record for a long time.
And you're Spice. Let's be clear. And I'm Spice.
Yeah. She hasn't put out a record for a long time. And so I didn't know how serious she is. Mm-hmm. You know, how she's taking our music. So when she came to me and like, she wanted to do a record, I'm like, wait, hold up.
Yeah.
Let's think about it. My music means a lot to me. So I got to make sure you're serious and that you also know to the extent that if you're going to put out a record with me, you have to be serious. Mm-hmm. It got to be a hit record. It can't just be a song. I'm doing it with you because we're friends.
Right.
You know, but she didn't get that. She felt like because we're so cool and we're best friends, I shouldn't care. I should just jump on a record.
Right.
That song was recorded maybe like, I don't want to exaggerate. Mida is here with me. Dr. Mida.
Exaggerate just a little bit.
How many times do you think we recorded that song? And how many times we changed it?
Come on, Mida, come on over.
28.
28 times?
I want to hear the original now.
It was a lot.
Not much, but it was a lot.
It was a lot.
It
So
was maybe like 12 versions.
and the song that you heard, it wasn't the song. If you watch Love and Hip Hop this season, you'll also hear maybe 2 other songs.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the song.
Yes.
Okay.
So
and so I don't watch the show anymore ever since I didn't do the show. But when I watch for you, and especially because I've interviewed you on Lip Service before, so I watched, and I watched again this time around. But I did see on a blog. So Carly the other day was kind of crying a little bit, said that she was getting bullied or whatever for her plastic surgery that she had on her face. But I did also see Tokyo Vanity was saying that she is a mean girl, and y'all are kind of labeled mean girls. Do you feel like sometimes
I don't know about that. I haven't seen that. I don't even like talking about people. I'm not sure why Tokyo would say she's a mean girl when she literally just snugged her a few days ago, you know? So that's weird how a mean girl is gonna say somebody's a mean girl. I don't understand it, but I don't know about it. I've never seen her saying it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's just weird to me.
Because I know y'all had previously got into a situation, but you said
But she recently got into a situation with her, so
again,
it's weird. Yeah. So
okay.
maybe that's why she's saying that. I guess.
Okay, maybe it's still fresh.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't understand. That's weird. She literally just snug her behind her back when she wasn't looking. So I don't understand why she would say why she would say somebody's mean. I don't understand. That's weird to me.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's like weirdos in these streets. Now we're on our way to Grammy talk. We're gonna get this, Spice.
Yes.
However, at one point in time, you were doing everything yourself. And I saw you talk about how you was trying to construct the team. Now, all the fruits of your labor that we're seeing now, is it because you got the team together, or are you still doing everything all by your lonely?
I would say a little bit of both. I definitely was doing everything by myself. Now on this project, I have a beautiful team that I definitely need to talk about because for years, I haven't had that team.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I'm working on Emancipated, I do have a team, which is a breath of fresh air, because I would be the one that would be my PR, my
manager,
digital, everything.
Yeah.
So now that I'm doing this project, I have to big up United Masters and Stealth Music Group and Wonder Woman Production, because now that I have a team, it's a breath of fresh air. But before, yes, I was doing absolutely everything on my own. I was directing my music videos. I was my own manager, shooting. I was literally doing everything.
Now, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so first, let me just say, you're working with Mita now. Is that correct? Now, Mita has extensive background in the music industry. She's in the building as well.
Wonder Woman Production.
That's right. And I'm talking about all the way back, Bad Boy, all kind of, she done out of hand and all kind of.
Absolutely.
Is she managing you?
She's a part. I want her to manage me, but she don't want to.
Why?
No pressure.
She's hiding now.
She got to attend to her boyfriend, and it takes a lot out of her.
Is it Jock?
So I understand.
Her boyfriend Jock? Look. Your boyfriend Jock, Mita?
She's sprinkling all the spice over here.
No, not him.
Her boyfriend takes a lot out of her.
Okay,
so I have to understand, because she's still my friend. So I understand. I give her that. But she's she's definitely a part of my team. And she's also one of the person that submitted my album last year.
That's dope.
When it got nominated, and we were on vacation for her birthday, and we were celebrating in Africa. And I wanted to go out to see the zebras, and she was like, I got to submit this. And I was like, I want to see the zebras. And so we were in Africa. I was excited because I love the animal. And I just wanted to go, and she was like, no, we got to submit this album because there's a deadline. But I think part of that came from the amount of time I've been snugged in the music business. I just be living. I don't care about a lot of stuff. Like, I feel like people are, I get snug a lot of times. So I just do music, and I just do it because I love it, and I'm just living. So if I get an award or I get this or whatever, it is whatever, but I'm just going to just still be me. Because oftentimes people try to want you to water down yourself or to look a certain way or whatever, and I don't buy into that. I just do me. So in the back of my head, I was like, you do what you want to do. I'm going to see the zebra because they may not even,
It may be extinct in a couple years the way the world be going.
Exactly.
So funny.
Nope. But you, the fact that you are unapologetically you is one of those things that makes you great. And, and even looking at the manifestation aspect of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even seeing, the trailer of the season of Love and Hip Hop, I was like, I'm going to be the first Grammy-nominated, hardcore dancehall, and then you got it.
Yeah.
So was the nomination... Is it as big as winning for you? Because
it was winning.
We all know how it turned out, and it was messed up. It is what it is. But you won because you got it.
I won. I did, and it was winning for me. To have the title of the first hardcore dancehall female artist, it's not a small thing. It's a big moment.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they said it was impossible. So dancehall don't have its own category within the Grammy. It's dubbed as reggae. And we all know that it was people like Bob Marley, all of the Marleys, people that do roots music and reggae that always get looked at when it comes on to certain music. So when I was doing it, they were saying, your music is too aggressive, it's too lewd, it's, everything negative. So everyone thought I would never reach that point where I would be nominated for a Grammy. But I still never changed.
Yeah.
I still never changed the sound. I still kept doing authentic dancehall music. I still do the same beats, the same what I know dancehall to be. I never changed, and I could have. I can rap. I can sing. Let's talk about that. I can do all of these other things. I can change the beat. I can flow on a hip hop beat. I can do all of that. But I stayed true to myself. I stayed true to dancehall and the authentic music. And I never changed, no matter what them did I say. So when everyone was saying, oh, that she not gonna ever get this, or she not gonna ever reach yes, or she not gonna, I was like, okay, and I kept doing it. And that's what I was happy for, to know that it's good to silence them, you know?
Haters, yeah.
So it was a big moment for me. And that's why even when there was other people in the category, everybody was only talking about me because they knew my journey, where I'm coming from, what it took to get here, and the fact that, you know, I was the first hardcore dancehall artist to be nominated. It meant a lot to the industry.
Real quick, to the untrained ear, for those who don't know, because we know the difference, but the difference between reggae and dancehall. And I think it's messed up that there's not a dancehall category, because it's a completely different vibe. Break it down.
All right, let me break it down. So reggae is it's a slower tempo beat. It's more culturally explained, where they would use a standard English in reggae songs. Reggae, dancehall was birthed from reggae music. What we did was we kind of speed up the beat a little more and put more drum and bass pattern into the sound. So reggae would more give you a more culturally roots rock, kind of rock steady type of vibe, and dancehall would give you a faster pace rhythm that would make you want to dance. And you know, and a lot of people also don't know that dancehall is actually a place. Dancehall is a place.
The club.
See, I didn't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dancehall is a place where people go to dance, and that's why they call it dance hall.
Right.
So you have to be dancing. And a lot of people don't know that. So even sometimes when I do my music, people will say, oh, it's the same sound, or it's the same style, or it's the same thing. It's going to be because it's dance all. It don't get no better than a sound where you go whine your waistline, skin out and broke out. It can't change. If I change it, it's no longer going to be dancehall. It's going to be reggae. On my album, Emancipated, I have a song, and it's called Say Mouth. That's a reggae, because it's more... Say mouth, we said him love you now. We turn around and hate you somehow. Culturally, it's slow. It's more reggae. Yeah. But when you go, make it clap, clap. Make your body jaw clap, clap, spinning like a propeller, stand up on a clap, clap, road like a... That's dancehall.
Yeah.
So you got to know there's a difference.
And it gets you going instantly.
It gets you going.
Yeah, it can be like R&B versus
right,
hip-hop.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
It's like a R&B versus, you know, drill.
Yeah.
Because like you see the dancehall influence on a lot of top hip hop artists. Like Busta Rhymes is damn near dancehall artist.
Yes. And he bigs up the culture a lot of time. And that's why I'm have to rate and respect people like Busta Rhymes, because he gives back to the culture. He talks about it all the time and big up the culture and so. But when you take from dancehall and act like it's not really dancehall, then I feel offended, because a lot of times I do see a lot of people who take from the genre, but them not give it the props and the praise, and I don't like that, you know? So yeah, it's a difference between dancehall and reggae.
What about when they throw on the accent for certain records, right? Is that offensive to you?
No, it's not offensive for me, because I feel like yeah, big up the culture, so it's not offensive to me. I myself throw on other accents that I like too, because I like the Trinidad accent. I love the British accents. Yeah. So from time to time, I'll speak like a British, because I like it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's cute, because everywhere I go, as long as people see me, them I go try to talk Jamaican, even if they're not Jamaican. So I feel like it's a love for the culture. So I don't get offended. When I do get offended is when they do it, but them not big up Jamaica, or them not big up the culture.
How often do you go to Jamaica?
Every week.
Every week you go? That's crazy.
I live there.
Yeah.
I live there. And a lot of people, they think I live in Atlanta, but I live in Jamaica. That's my country, my barnland. I can't change me now. Lego my country. But I work here.
So you come here to film, and then...
I come here to film, and filming takes a lot out of me. And a lot of people don't know this, but for Love and Hip Hop, we're filming for almost the entire year.
Right.
We start in September, October, and we don't wrap until like June. So that's like you're here all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But my family and my kids, they live in Jamaica. So
what about Justin?
Let me tell you
Does he
something.
live with you in Jamaica?
She want to get in my business, you know. She want to get in my business. Oh, what about Justin?
Does Justin live in Jamaica or Atlanta?
He's from Atlanta.
Okay, so do y'all live together?
We don't live together anymore, but we used to.
Okay, so y'all no longer together.
No longer together.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I know y'all had a little rocky. But
we did, but it never worked out. I don't want to say it's a cultural difference. It's part of it, but he probably didn't understand my culture. He had a little, he didn't like the way I used to dance on stage with certain people,
about that.
certain other things. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm going to stay true to myself. I'm not going to change to please somebody else. And I've been doing this all my life. So for me to meet you, it's like you meet the owner for KFC and tell them, say, take out some of the seasoning out of the chicken.
We need the 11 herbs and spices. That's what makes it what it is.
Exactly. So that's all I would have said.
Now, Spice, what has been the hardest part of celebrity for you? Because, when you get on TV as frequently as you are now, you kind of can't necessarily play it low as you used to before people would just hear the records and just assume what you look like.
Right.
Has it been difficult for you to make that transition and maneuver since, the TV aspect came into play?
I think it's still difficult for me. The hardest part is changing into Spice. That's the hardest part for me. And when I say that is, Grace is more just that poor girl there with us not care about nothing. I would have want probably take off my wig and go to Walmart, go pick up my grocery, and my flip-flop slippers, my big clothes. But then Spice is going to be like, no, you got to put on something good because people going to see you. Mm-hmm. So then you got to put on the makeup. You got to comb your hair. You got to fix yourself. That's the hardest part for me. And I do that every day. So every day I live a hard part of my life where I can't be bothered. Like getting up this morning, I was like, oh trust me,
I know.
So I feel like Spice created a world where every day I live a hard part of it. And another hard part of it is my fans. I call them my besties because I feel like they're my best friend. Any problem I have, I'm going on live to talk to them first. So that's why I call them my besties, because they're really like my best friend. They support me in anything I do, and any issues I have, I'm talking to them.
Right.
So when I go out to meet them, even if I'm having a bad day, it's hard for me to go out there because I got to put all that bad day I'm having in that room. Because when I go outside, I got to always be in a good spirit for them, especially if it's the first time they're meeting me. They don't care, God forbid, I don't have no board if someone just died or whatever. Once they meet you, they want you to turn up and be that Spice that they know. And so that's hard for me because a lot of times I'm going through like real natural life situations or problems. Boy,
I was like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah, he's into the culture.
I'm serious about it, man.
What is he going under the table for?
I had to produce the wood. I had to hit it with the wood. Pause.
He's funny. Oh, well, yeah, don't hit it with the wood, okay?
Yeah.
So what is Spice's biggest vice? Like, what is that thing that, no matter how successful you get, I'm still going to do this thing?
My big advice is...
No, not advice, your vice. Like the thing that you're addicted to, that thing you love, the thing that has a hold on you.
Singing slackness.
Mine would be weed. No, I'm joking.
A lot of people don't know. I don't drink and I don't smoke. The only thing I drink is like Magnum tonic wine because I really love the taste and the vibe of it. But I'm not really a big
drinker.
No smoke.
No smoking.
Just water. It comes naturally for me.
Dope.
But I would say maybe it's my fans.
Oh, that's dope.
When I hear their voice, I try just transmogrify into that persona.
It's not a bad vice to have.
Oh, and good food.
Yeah.
What's your guilt food? Your guilt plate. What's on that plate?
A snapper, brown stew.
Oh, yes.
Brown stew snapper with the right plantains and rice and peas.
So, but you could cook.
No, absolutely. That is a must.
Okay, because I know sometimes like people you would think you'd be like, yo, you could cook, like you could throw down. You like, nah. But
I don't see nobody out there who can cook rice and peas like me. I don't see nobody out there who can do brown stew chicken like me. I don't know nobody at all who can do oxtail like me. My mother alone can fry dumpling better than me.
Hold on now. You can't go to the mama now. You can't go to the mama.
Yeah, had me a rice and peas. Yeah, with a name like Spice, we expect you to throw that.
I know,
right.
Absolutely.
Man, we can't wait to see what this album talking about. It's called Emancipated.
Emancipated. It drops this Friday.
In both the videos, the making the clap joint.
Yeah.
Fun classic dancehall,
Yes.
as well as the lead off single as well, Sexercise. I was telling Lo when we came, it's like, yo, like the video, it's just fun. And it's just good to see people having fun making
And that's
music.
what I'm doing. I'm having fun. Produce some of the songs from the album.
You got so much damn talent. It's not even funny.
What machine you using?
Well, I don't build the beats. But I kind of sit with the person that's building the beats and, tell them how I want the sound and what I'm doing. Sometimes I record the song and send it to them and have them make it around it and stuff like that. So I produce a lot of the songs from Emancipated.
She Diddy.
Because it's already in me, huh?
She Diddy.
I know, I like that name. She
like
Diddy.
it too. And you know y'all hella funny. Like during Jock's wedding, when somebody was finna come out, you like, oh Lord Jesus, don't know.
I was
make me laugh.
I was praying for Mita. Mita is my best friend. Mita is my best friend.
Did you think Mita was gonna come running down the aisle?
I was praying for her. I was like, Lord Jesus, please don't let it be Mita.
Oh my God. Well, somebody else ruined that moment, or they took on that moment.
I know.
I guess we'll see next week.
I was glad it wasn't Mita. I was like, thank you, Lord.
Well, yo, Spice, continue success.
Crazy.
Be sure you cop the album. Comment on the videos. Let's run these YouTubes and these streams up.
Yep.
If people want to follow you on the gram and all that good
Spice
stuff.
Official on every social media handle, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spice Official. Just follow me. The link is in my bio. Make sure you pre-order the album. It drops on Friday, or order it when it comes out.
But Spice, he thought he was gonna get out of this.
Oh, I'm not getting out of this.
So we did say
I am not getting out of this.
he was gonna do this dance.
He
We gonna do it.
He got to.
So
we gotta get into it.
let's reel it up.
Play clap clap. Let me show you how to play.
What we gotta play? Let's go. Let me put it on my phone. I'll play your song right now.
We are the Morning Hustle.